Bo and Jim.
Oh my God!
Star 92.5, the Bo and Jim Show, guaranteed to bring you right down. Except when we have a special day like Ron White and Alex Reymundo coming to see us here in the studio.
They're performing tonight and tomorrow night.
Boom, 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 boom. This is a free-for-all jam.
Music right here.
Good morning, Mr. Phelps. He's scatting. He better not be.
I was going like crazy for a minute.
Last time.
So we started stand-up here. Did we mention that?
Yes,
This
yes.
This is
a birth of the afterbirth. I've never thought of putting it that way.
Yeah, okay.
I
hope it's never put that way again. I don't like the smell of it.
Now, the last time we talked to you, Ron, we were talking to you on the phone, and you were talking about that little thing that you got in trouble with over your pilot who ratted you out after you fired him. Why didn't you just go kick his ass?
Well, I tell you why. Because I wanted to. I was all geared up for it.
Yeah, he was.
I was ready to go. I was going to just dive into this guy's gut. And and then it dawned on me that I'm rich and he's broke. So a rich guy can't hit a poor guy.
No.
A poor guy sue you to death, but you can't sue a poor guy because they ain't got nothing. Okay, here's his wrench and his
Oh, yeah, right. Here's a sock.
and his beeper.
And his You're right. You're absolutely right.
Man, like
There should be a
now.
way that you can say, can you look at a friend and go, can you hang on to my money belt for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Now let me go beat the crap out of this.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that way.
I might get a rental to do it for me one time.
Oh, that's
what you
right,
should
right.
do.
Revenge is best served cold.
That's right.
There will be some
Unexpected.
served up for this sorry son of a bitch.
Well, now you
But he gave us trouble for a while.
No, that
Because the one time it happened, and then that little dilemma followed Tater Air and Tater Ground for a while.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, what he would do, I mean, for the people that don't know the story, I fired this pilot. Now, the reason I fired him is Alex and I were on the road in the bus, and he was coming to pick me up in the plane.
Right.
And I have a plane that you guys bought me. By the way, it's not
You're
paid
welcome.
for yet. So
You're welcome.
Let's keep going. Don't stop on me now. Right in the middle of jet payments. Half the Fortune 500 companies in this country have turned back in their private jets, but not Ron White. We're flying that baby straight into bankruptcy.
smiling all the way. Smiling
One day I'm
all
going to have a double wide with shag carpet and a jet with weeds growing through it. I ain't letting it go. Somebody push me. Somebody push me around.
Well, now I want to know about you guys got pulled over in Mississippi. What is that?
Well, that was
story?
the next night. What happened was this guy that I fired, he was supposed to pick me up, and he was 2.5 hours late. My woman is back in Atlanta. I've been on the road. We've done 5
We've been hustling
cities
hard.
and 8 shows, and I knew that my woman was back at the hotel in Atlanta, freshly waxed and in the sheets. I want to go home.
right.
This guy is 2.5 hours late to pick me up
In your jet.
in my plane. And he said, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and you're late all the time. And I'm like, what?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He was
do what?
He was like the pirates in the high sea right now. He had him hijacked in the dinghy. You know, they were on weight.
So anyway, it got to be a big deal. But anyway, he was obviously fired. So then he starts, you can follow my plane around, or any plane around, if you know the tail number on a software called FlightAware.
Yeah.
And you can just watch it go, wherever it goes. So he would watch it, and then right before it landed somewhere, he'd call the police and tell them that there were drugs on the plane.
Oh.
And he did it 40 times.
Whoa! 40
He
times.
got him to bite twice. One of them was in Florida, and they busted me with 7/8 of a gram of marijuana. These cops drove by 3 meth labs and a dead hooker. and I got it. Here's a scenario where that's okay. This is Florida, right?
Right.
Have you ever been to Florida?
Yeah.
Did you know they had laws?
No.
I didn't. Nobody's obeying them.
Apparently they
But
have
this is
them.
the scenario where that's okay. Let's say the cops are all sitting around one day, and every crime is solved. Every baby raper, every murderer, every meth lab shut down, and they're just sitting around going, well, we finally caught up let's go get Ron.
Let's go get Ron.
That's fine.
He has 7/8 of a gram there.
Right. And I really considered myself to be out of weed. I didn't hell, I just have this. I thought he wanted to smoke something.
Well, he is in Florida.
And I thought there could have been tax trouble because I was confused. When I first started comedy, I found out that I was supposed to pay my taxes quarterly. And then I found out that didn't mean every 25 years. I'm like, really? What do you mean by that? Anyway.
So I'm late.
Yeah.
So I go to jail, city jail, county jail, the show waits. Alex flew in commercial.
Yeah.
So luckily we still got stoned that night. They didn't catch the Mexican man.
Dude, that's TSA working for you right there.
He got by all those sleep. Anyway, so the next night that we fly into Mississippi somewhere, and Alex and I come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Now, most people would say, that was one of their complaints. He told the judge this pilot did, and on TV too.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Ron, he gets drunk on that plane, he has sex with women on that plane, he smokes pot on that plane. I'm like, this is my plane we're talking about.
It is my plane.
Yeah, that's why I got it. If I didn't want to do that stuff, I'd go to Delta. So anyway, now a lot of people after that pot bus would say, you know what, we should just not take pot on this plane. But that's not the way Alex and I think. What you do is, okay, we're gonna take less, enough that we can.
Just like the old days, you know.
And we're only gonna smoke it out of an apple. Because Alex makes a great apple pie. And so we put apples on the rider. You got to have 2 big green apples on the rider.
Just in case.
Just in case. Well, the next night, our plan's in place. The next night, I'm looking around. We don't see. I get in the limo, and all of a sudden, there's cops everywhere. And I'm like,
And when he
this is
says
going.
everywhere, from everywhere, they just ascended. It was like in sync with guns. These guys,
Right,
you know.
and I look over at Alex when I'm talking to Alex, and he's just sitting there eating the pipe. Chomp, chomp, chomp. And then I look over, and he's got a mouthful of weed. Just a mouthful of it. Our original plan was to split it up, but I wasn't with him. He was over there, and I was over here. He had it.
You
So
eat
he's like,
7/8 of a
he
gram, and I'll eat 7/8.
Turns out it was chomp.
Turns out we can eat a lot.
When you have to.
And boy, was he sloppy the second show.
Oh, we are.
I've never seen anybody start snoring in the middle of a set.
No.
We were
Alex.
literally
Oh, what?
sitting there, and I'm thinking, oh my God.
Love the morning show.
Ooh, sounds sensitive. Bo and Jim.